morning, sir. Good morning.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning.
I don't think we could have planned this any better, man. Honestly, with your Vikings and my Lions, I don't think we could have planned this any better.
Oh, we planned it just right because on this side will be the winner. On that side will be.
I'm not saying you right. I'm not saying you wrong. I'm just saying somebody got to win. Somebody got to take the L. So let's get to it. How you doing today, sir?
Yeah, man, I'm all right, man. We had a Secret Santa at work, and this lady actually gave me this. I say, man, what is this? Come to the winning team. You know what's about to go inside of this? Tire dressing, black magic, because that's what I'm about to use to put on my car. I'm like, man, get this out of here, man. Get out of here. Man, what? Yeah.
I'll take it off your hands. Don't worry, I'll take it off your hands.
About to fill that up with black magic. It will be on the tires of the Mustang. That's what it will be on.
All right. Good morning to you, sir. You got all your other shopping done?
Yeah, I think so, man. I'm just happy. I'm blessed, man. You're ready to do this last show of the year with you, man. Yeah, we didn't make a whole year.
Yes, sir. We did a whole 365. Another one coming around the corner. We close. We getting close up on the whole year number 3. Can you believe it?
Oh, this is the 3rd year. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Come March, April. We're right around in there. We're gonna have to do as a recap show. We got to put some stuff together, some of the best segments, and discuss them and see how things are going from there. And I every now and then I go back and look at some of them older shows, man. It's kind of cringe-worthy. But you always got to go back and critique yourself. You always got to do that.
Absolutely.
All right. Once again, we want to say make sure happy holidays, happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Merry Christmas for those who celebrate. For those who don't celebrate, I hope you just have a wonderful day doing whatever it is that you're doing. We want to also congratulate movement in the Detroit area in terms of coaching. Coach Aaron Marshall's leaving Southfield A&T and headed to Brother Rice. Wow. I may have met that gentleman once upon a time. I don't remember, but I wish him luck. They gave that young man a lot of grease over there at Southfield A&T, excuse me. And so he's taking his talents after he has won a championship. So, hey, anytime somebody gets an opportunity to do something, you want to make sure you congratulate them on their endeavors. So congratulations to him.
Hey, he left.
And it's that time. Topic of the week could have easily been something else after these last 2 days, all the news that came down. But this is what we settled upon. Does bowl season even matter anymore? What you think?
No, because, I mean, man, look at how it is. Okay, so you mean in general, or do you mean the college football playoffs, or do you mean that's why I when I read the thing, I was like, what was you in detail? That's why I ain't understand. Was you just saying period or what? The whole kit and caboodle? Because if that's the case, nah. Look at that map. I mean, I know we're gonna talk about it anyway, but Alabama in there, man, because the SEC is dominant. Can you really imagine the playoffs without an SEC team? Let's just say Ohio State would have been there, or let's just say Oregon. You know what the ratings would have been? It's all about money, and money is the root of all evil. As long as that dollar is moving, there's no way. And then that's why Kirby's smart, man. Like, man, how you not gonna put Georgia back in? You know?
Hold on. If they say if money is the root of all evil, why they ask for it in church?
Because you're giving the man upstairs 10% of the stuff he's giving you. He's giving you. Yeah, right. Stirring the pot. Absolutely. I'm ready. I stay ready, so I ain't got to get ready. Yeah, I got you. So the Lord, one of the famous rappers, your man, Todd Smith, he said he has never had to want for nothing, which is LL Cool J. He's never had to want for nothing, because he's always gave God his 10%. There you go.
Okay.
Hey, come on, man. I go to church now.
Of course, Yeah, the reason behind ties. I just mess with you a little bit.
Yeah, I go to church, whether it's Bedside Baptist or Dexter Avenue Baptist Church. I go to church.
You say sometimes you got to go see Reverend Sheets.
Yeah, Reverend Sheets, yeah, and the cover choir.
All right. Now, I think the bowl system pretty much went by the wayside once the college football playoff started. Once that happened, I know for myself and other people I've talked to, there was no reason really for people wanting to watch the bowls anymore. You had to get the 6 wins, and then or at least 6 wins. Sometimes you have 13 games, even you got the 6, you would still be bowl eligible. But I can remember running homes to see the games and looking at the schedule and see who playing tonight. But now I barely even watch the highlights on Sports Center, and I feel bad because those teams earned it, and a lot of those games are actually really, really good. When you see the highlights, I say to myself, man, I probably should have watched that game, but I guess because they don't build them up like they used to.
Okay, let me ask you this: with you being a volleyball coach or whatever, right? Now, let me ask you this: do you feel a disappointment, like if you're not playing January 1st or so on? Let's say you playing before Christmas, and that like this, I'm not even going. If I'm a coach like Lou Holtz, that's one thing I respected about Lou Holtz. If Notre Dame wasn't in a big time bowl, he declined the offer. We don't play for the Chick-fil-A bowl and all. He was orange, rose. What was it? The orange, the rose, the sugar, them type of bowls. He wasn't going to no Tostito, the Fiesta Bowl. That's what he was about. They need to bring that back. Because if I'm a Division I athlete right now, and you the coach, and you like, well, Phil, we finished 6-4. We're going to go to we got an invitation to come to the Quick Lane Bowl. Man, I'm not going to that. I'm not even playing.
That's my next point. Most of the kids opt out of them. They figure if they're going to go to the NFL or even for the next season, most of them don't even play.
So that's what I'm saying. Is that like a disappointment? Like you 7-5, and they say, we going to send you to the Sun Bowl that comes on CBS at 2:30 where they take off the Bold and the Beautiful and the Young and the Restless. I mean, I'm not playing in that.
The Pinstripe Bowl.
Yeah, I'm not playing in that, man. I'm like, okay, well, I'll be back for next year. Or look at how they did Caleb Williams, right? What was that last game? USC and UCLA. And then he walked on. It was like, well, this is probably going to be his last game. We don't even know that, right? Mm-hmm. Because the Bears own the number 1 pick. So we don't even know that. We don't even know if because he already said he didn't already put his stipulations down, right? Thanks to Eli and Peyton Manning. That's who started that crap. Well, no, let me go back. John Elway, no. That's
John Elway, yeah.
Crap. So
said,
I'm not playing for such and such. You don't want a job. That's what I don't. It's too much of that, man. That's what's making it so worse. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know.
Now, honestly, I hope that they keep the bowl system, but there is always a way to improve them. First of all, you have to market them better. The marketing behind them, in my opinion, has gone by the wayside. Of course, most of them are on cable networks now because that's where the money is. I understand that part of it, but the ball games were always on regular channels. Even when Channel 62 wasn't even CBS, you could still catch the Bluebonnet Bowl on Channel 20 and Channel 62 back in the day. So you gotta bring them back to where people can get to them first. They have to be accessible, and you have to be able to market them to the everyday person, not just the college football playoff. Only people you look at the bowl games, there's nobody there. It's just their regular fan base. The people that live in those cities hardly ever go to those games anymore.
Exactly.
There's 3 bowl games in this area. The Frisco Bowl down here, it's the Cotton Bowl, and it's another one. And it's you can still travel down to Houston, catch a couple down there, but they don't really advertise them.
Okay.
Now, I really do want to see that happen because, like you said, a lot of those kids are opting out. I can understand that they don't want to get injured and hurt their draft positioning. But to me, if it's a game I want to play, I want to get out there. I want some more tape on me against some good quality opposition if I'm trying to get to that next level. That's just my thoughts.
Okay.
That's just
Understood.
All right, let's see here. Have you watched any of them? I know I haven't.
No, I'm not gonna even lie to you. I like when I come home, because we both work similar schedules, I catch, like you say, like the highlights. But nah. Dude, I really don't. Nah, I mean, because I mean, the Tostito, Foot Locker, 3-stripe, pinstripe, man, it's too many to keep up with, right? You got the mayonnaise, the helmets, mayonnaise bowl. You got the take my wife out to dinner bowl. It's just, man, that's too many bowls.
I would be honestly be upset if I'm the coach and I get, instead of Gatorade, I get some mayonnaise on my neck. I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna smile, but I'm gonna be smiling like this. I'm gonna get y'all in practice.
Absolutely. You're gonna run for real. You're gonna run.
Y'all gonna run for me.
We need a water, bro.
I see.
All right.
I'm a we hate my own team.
It's sad. It's just like I said in the opening, in the opening credits, it's the money. That's all it's about, and it's sad that it's ruining everything. Everything.
Well, of course, we want to say good morning to the people who are watching out there. We got Mr. Greg Brown. Good morning, sir. Thank you. One of our great contributors. He says, good morning, gentlemen. And I'm not going to say what he had to say about the coach. I got your message. He says way too many bowls. And here's the one thing he is correct about. Ball games are for extra practice. Coaches can evaluate for next year. That's another thing. That's another good reason to get to the bowl, so they'll have an opportunity to get out there and practice and then have more practice so they can be ready for that next season. Because the season is technically never really over. You get a couple weeks after the season to rest and relaxation and go what you're going to do. But when that next semester starts, when you come back after the vacation, you're back at it again. 6 a.m., 5 a.m., back in the building again like you've been doing. And that's how it is. We want to make sure you click like, click share, let people know that we are here. Get on the phone, get on the text somebody, let them know. Felix and Kamau back on the internet again, talking sports. Don't forget to get this gift. It's not too late. Go get on Amazon, get Grateful's Journey every day. About the man, by the wheels of Liz and Eyes, Mr. Marcus Holmes right here. And we want to thank him again for this vehicle, starting the Love and Stuff family. We're going to move to our next topic, which is the NFL. Of course, we're going to talk about the Detroit Lions, which we alluded to earlier. They are 10-4, 3 games over the Vikings, the team that they are playing tomorrow in Minnesota. The Vikings are led by their defense, headed up by the defensive coordinator, Brian Flores. Yes, that Brian Flores, the gentleman who caused the controversy by suing the NFL. And I know there was a resolution. I'm pretty sure the full resolution we won't all know about. But he's flourishing right now as a defensive coordinator, and his name is being thrown around as a head coach for next year. And their offense has had about 3 or 4 quarterbacks this season. The original quarterback went down, and are they better without Kirk Cousins? Nick Mullins will be starting. Josh Dobbs, the space cadet, literally is now the 3rd string quarterback. What you think, sir? Nick Mullins gonna get the job done?
Absolutely. Look, like at the end of the day, Brian Flores is what? A defensive coordinator / ex-head coach of the Miami Dolphins. Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. On the opposition, what is Dan Campbell? A former player, no coach. I've been saying it from the beginning of the year.
No, he also did a few games as in Miami as the head coach.
Who?
Dan Campbell, yeah.
Hey, okay. See, this is that's why I said that. Okay, is Dan Campbell a coach?
He's still
yes or no? Before you get to going around the block,
we already know my answer. It's been well publicized that I am not much of a fan of Dan Campbell as a coach, as a motivator. If you brought him in as the motivator, speaker for the team, they're gonna run through a wall for him. But in terms of him making some some of the smartest plays and thoughts and decisions down the stretch, he can come on, sit next to me and eat some Twizzlers.
Is this on?
Oh, you on, bro? We on the same page.
Back to the question: is Dan Campbell a head coach? Yes or no?
He's a head coach because he's getting paid to be that way. But is he a head coach in terms of somebody I would follow? No.
Is you sure this on for the third time? Is Dan Campbell a head coach?
No, he's not.
Okay. You win your free supply of vape. No, okay. So once again, you will beat the teams you're supposed to lose to. You will lose to the teams you're supposed to beat. The 4 losses you got, technically, all honesty, you should be 14-0. You should be 14-0. But because you have no coaching experience, he's over there gambling, and his gambling is just happened to pay off, right? Okay, you got a 3-game lead on the Vikings. That's about to end because you're going to lose to them Sunday. You know you're not going to beat Jerry and them in Jerry's world. That's 2. When all the chips, when everything is on the table, in game 3, that third week, you got to play the Vikings again. They're going to beat you. Now you're going to have to sit there and say, oh, we blew a 3-game lead. The Vikings came back. Not only did we help them get in the playoffs, 9 times out of 10, you're probably going to help Green Bay get in the playoffs. So now, if the opposition lines up like it is, guess who's coming to town? Matthew Stafford. Guess what's going to happen then? You're going to lose to them. You're going to want to bring him back. That's what I'm saying. You should have got rid of him in the beginning. That's why you have to see. That's why this right here, as soon as the show is over, it's not going to happen, man. I'll be at work. I cannot wait to go back to work so I can laugh. I'm telling you, it's not going to happen. You'll see, man. What? You'll see.
All right. Now, I'm gonna fall off of this one with Greg. Who's afraid of Mullins? I had to look that young man up. I know he's a journeyman backup, and he's starting. And he played last week, and they almost beat who was it? Cincinnati in Cincinnati. I'm not saying we're not afraid of him. I just think that our defense should be strong enough to beat them tomorrow in Minnesota.
Now, that's who said that?
Greg Brown. Who's scared of Mullins? My point is,
watch this. Okay, so who's scared of Mullins?
Minnesota is backs against the wall.
Okay, and so who was to Greg Brown and you? Who was scared of Brock Purdy?
Well, you talking about a whole different system. You talking about a different.
No, it's the same thing.
No.
Okay.
It's a different system. You got a plug and play coach.
Let me validate my point. Let me validate my point. Who was the starting quarterback in San Francisco? I tell you, porn star Jimmy. Who was the backup? Trey Lance. Who was the backup to Trey Lance? Brock Purdy. Who's starting right now? Brock Purdy. So that validates your whole statement right there. You saying you don't worry about Mullins? Didn't nobody know Brock Purdy existed?
Well, my point is,
take your time.
We gotta give him a chance. I'm not saying it couldn't happen. I'm just saying, but when you look at San Francisco, you're talking about a system. You got a system.
We come over to excuses
now. Just like Green Bay. That's why what's the name starting to play much better because he's getting
Jordan Love
also to the system.
That's why Jordan Love's playing better.
Jordan Love's playing better.
Okay, I'm gonna take you back. It was the 1991 year. No, the 1991 or 2 year. Detroit goes down to Green Bay. No Brett Favre, the jersey I have on now. No Brett Favre. You know who the quarterback was? The Magic Man, Don Majkowski. Green Bay has no chance of beating the Lions. Who won? Green Bay. Didn't nobody. That's what I'm saying. Y'all can't say that, man. Y'all cannot say that because nobody had Brock Purdy pencil. Do you realize Brock Purdy is on MVP to win the MVP this year?
Mr. Irrelevant.
Okay, so why that can't be Dan Mullins? Exactly. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You and Greg have lunch while I sit over here and stir up my soup a la Smurf.
We shall see, said the blind man to the dead dog. All right. The coaching carousel is going crazy once again. We got Staley fired in the middle of the game on Monday Night Football. That was the report, but I'm pretty sure that's exactly what happened because they was down 50-0, something close to that Monday night. Who's next? We got Dayball, Vrabel, Belichick, Saylor, and Rivera. I'm willing to bet it's going to be Ron Rivera, and then possibly Saylor. In the Belichick lead, he's going to leave because he retired. They are not going to fire him.
You don't think Robert Kraft going to pull the trigger?
No. If that's the case, he would have chose Tom Brady over Bill Belichick some years ago, and that didn't happen. He chose Bill over Tom. Tom left, Bill stayed. That's not going to happen. Bill Belichick will leave when he calls the press conference himself and says, I've really enjoyed my time here. I want to thank the Kraft family and the Patriot family, and I'm going to go do something else. Other than that, Bill Belichick can go 1-16 and still have that job. He's not going anywhere.
So you think, excuse me, the guy for the Jets, you really think he on the hot seat?
Yes. Oh, yes.
I mean, okay.
Oh, yes.
Injuries is part of the game. Understood, right? Would they have that same record if Aaron was there?
I would say they would probably be 2 games better. Why? Because their offensive line is terrible.
So barring the Achilles, what are they now? 5 and something? 5 and 10? No, something like that. Okay. So you saying they would be 7-9 or 7 and 7 and
7 and 8.
So they'd be fighting for their playoff lives.
Yes, I think so.
Wow. But then, so if you fire Robert Salas, what's the guarantee my man gonna come back then?
Well, according to the NFL, our favorite Aaron Rodgers has been cleared to play. They made a roster spot for him, but he won't be playing. I'm only reason I'm saying that because I refuse to put him back in Stupid Sports News again. He's our biggest mainstay. Aaron Rodgers is our biggest mainstay in Stupid Sports. Right. But that's the dumbest thing in the world. You're not going to dress him, but you're going to make a roster spot for him. I can understand it from this perspective. We paying him, we might as well. I can understand that, but you're hurting your team long run if you just every day. Hey, everybody, Aaron's here. Hey, you guys see Aaron today? Here's Aaron. Come on, man. You got. I'm not saying let it go. I'm saying let it lie till next year.
Okay, I got it. This just popped in the noggin. You blow the 3-point cushion against the Vikings. Do you add Dan Campbell to that list?
I would, but in reality, is that going to happen? No.
See, I'm getting you over. You're starting to come over to the side.
If you ask me, I would give him a sandwich in the Life Supply Coney at American Coney Island and send him on his way. But that's just me. It's not that I don't like him. Don't get me wrong. I think Dan Campbell's a great guy. I just don't think he's the coach for the Detroit Lions that'll lead us to a championship. That's
who
all.
You thinking? Okay, so who is the coach for the Detroit Lions?
I don't know. It just ain't him.
Harbaugh?
Come on.
Hey man, it's love and stuff. I have to love and stuff. I'm bringing you love with my stuff. I'm just saying, because to be honest, I know we
go Pittsburgh quarterback is what I would do.
I know we gonna talk about it later in the show. He's not coming back to Ann Arbor, right? We can sign that, right? He's not coming back to Ann Arbor. So
let's jump right into California. All right, we're gonna start with Florida State suing the ACC. To me, I think that's a futile and just a very dumb thing to be doing, because first thing that the ACC said was, you signed this contract of your own volition. You are not going to get out of this contract. It's an ironclad contract. That's the first thing I thought. They didn't make them sign this. They were the first domino in terms of all the conferences starting to make more money.
Correct.
They were the first domino.
Correct.
Everybody in that conference making all that money, and everybody thought that they were stupid to give everybody all that money from that contract. Now they're the worst contract because they were the first. And now they're saying we got to get out because this contract is terrible. They're basically saying we want out because we want to go somewhere else. They're not saying that. They're saying it without saying it. So do you think Florida State's going to get out of that contract and lead the ACC?
You know what? Rest in peace to the great Bobby Bowden. That would be the only way. Because Bobby would get up there and be like, oh, man, y'all are crazy. But you said it on the last show. It came back. Karma came back. 1993. Y'all keep forgetting. They shouldn't have never won the national. That national championship should have either been shared with the University of Notre Dame or it should have been outright. Nobody got it because I don't even want to touch that no more because at the end of the day, it's called karma. You don't know how it's coming back. 30-some years later, it then came back. Now y'all want to cry. You didn't cry with the Foot Locker scandal with Lavernius Coles them. You didn't cry with Peter Warwick and all that. That's what it's called. You got to reap what you sow. Irene Holmes used to tell that, maybe we got to go to the altar. You got to pray about it. You got to reap what you sow. You know what I'm saying? But at the same token, I don't know. But if Florida State leaves the ACC crumbles. Period. That goes down the toilet. So
not necessarily. I think
that goes down the toilet
without them. I know that they're the flagship program. Don't get me wrong, but I think the ACC by itself would be still a viable conference. Would it be a top 5 conference?
With Dabo and them from Clemson?
Well, Dabo's going to go too. Them the only two teams. Clemson in football and Florida State in football. Everybody else, that's a basketball conference, honestly.
No, because North Carolina is okay. North Carolina is a part. What's his name? He used to coach Texas. The coach that he used to coach Texas, he's there now.
Yeah.
He got them turned around. Now, he did turn around Carolina. They're not a powerhouse like Texas was.
He's a ham sandwich away from a heart attack. How long is he going to be there?
I mean, he can coach it till he can physically can't, right? I mean, okay, well, we can say the same thing. How long Tom going to be there at East Lansing? Right.
We going to get the time. We're going to get the time. Time was on the agenda. So I get it. But I think that they may fall back in terms of they'll probably be like a number 5, /6 conference if those two teams leave, which is what might happen. But they will still be viable with the teams that would be left. I think
North
they would
Carolina,
be okay.
So you would have North Carolina, North Carolina State, Syracuse, Georgia Tech. No, them teams are.
Hold on. Notre Dame.
No, you know what? Notre Dame, right. You're absolutely right. Because Notre Dame, but you know who's the smartest out of all of them? Notre Dame. Notre Dame.
They're the smartest out of all of them. They have a gentleman's handshake agreement.
Right. They got their own time. I'm not joining no conference. Now, where I think they will become more elite is if they come to the Big Ten.
Now, that leads into the next part of our topic. Chip Kelly talk about the 64 team play, just separating, and everybody should be independent, like Notre Dame. Everybody should be independent. They should take the top 64 teams, make them the top group, and then everybody else behind that make them FCS, and separate and play each other from that perspective. How you feel about that?
You talking about the Chip Kelly that used to coach Oregon, slash went to the Philadelphia Eagles and destroyed
them. This is the first time we've heard this plan. He's the first major coach to say they should do this.
The Chip Kelly that used to coach the Eagles and destroyed them.
No, destroyed the Eagles.
And went to UCLA, destroyed them. Went to Oregon, destroyed. Nah, man, Chip Kelly. What would Isaiah say about Scottie Pippen? Man, go to the park.
Go to the park.
Go to the park, man. Nah, go sit down, Chip Kelly. That's your name says it all, Chip Kelly. Go sit down, man. Go to the park.
I know who we're talking about. Chip Kelly. We're not a fan of Chip Kelly, but his words are kind of True. This isn't the first time it's been spoken about. He's just the first major coach to say it. Now, hopefully, in my mind, I think it's viable because then those television contracts makes much more sense. You got 64 teams, most of which have already been taken care of in terms of the major contracts, those top 3 contracts.
Okay.
That the ACC is being lauded as being done for signing the first one. So I think it's a viable thing to do. The money's already there. Therefore, at that point, you're going out of the 64, you're going to either get a 12 or 16 team playoff. The bowl games
so you still keep the playoffs. More relevant. So you still keep the playoffs?
Yes. Yeah, because you got 64 teams. You play. He said you play your base 7. And you play the East one year. You play your base 7, you play the West one year. You play the base 7, you play your South one year. I think that works. That's going to give you 12 games. You play 7 and 5. Your non-conference is already set with some good talent. So you're playing top games every week. College football becomes relevant, hell of a relevant again.
So what happens to the Easterns and the Westerns and
they go to the SES. They have a whole separate conference. That's why 54 separate this way, the other side is separating this way. I like the idea myself.
From Chip Kelly, you like that idea?
Well, it's not Chip Kelly. Chip Kelly is on the bandwagon.
Right. I get what you say. I got it. Sleep on that.
That sleep on it? All right. We're going to move forward just a little bit. We got National Signing Day. Lot of kids in high school are not getting signed anymore. The numbers are way down. The portal is the way that the coaches are finding players. They're openly saying, these kids have already been in college. They know what it's like to have to get up at 5 a.m. We're not bringing in a new kid that we got to really train up to be a part of the system. They know what they're there for. So for every 10 that they're signing, period, 3 are coming from the high schools.
Wow.
7 are coming from the portal.
Wow.
It's a whole new ball game out there. Ryan Day was very happy that he got some good recruits. He feigned passing out as the number 1 receiver. Signed with him. I don't think he was expecting that. So we're going to see what happens. Let's see if he going to stay there and coach him up and what's going to happen. Jay Daniels, the Heisman winner, we talked about that one. I picked Penix. You picked the other gentleman. And Jay Daniels won it. Congratulations to him. All right, let's move forward.
Yeah.
We run a little over time.
That junk was rigged, man.
Yeah, it was rigged.
How many games did LSU lose?
3, 2 or 3.
That's your Heisman winner.
Same thing with Caleb Williams. You see, Caleb Williams showed who he was all this season. He had a good season last season, don't get me wrong. He showed that he is, is he an NFL talent? Yes. Is he a starter in the NFL? No. To me, he would be a good journeyman NFL quarterback. He showed that this year in the NFL.
So by showing his emotions?
No, by showing his play. In his play. I think Jay Daniels will be a good backup in the NFL. Now, the guy who should have won it, Penix, pressure's off of him. He's going to have a great bowl season. Going to have a great bowl season.
Even if they lose to Texas?
If he loses to Texas, it's going to go down to the wire. He's not going to go out there with the Heisman jinx on his neck.
Wow. Yeah.
All right, let's move forward. We got to jump into the NBA. Of course, we got to start with Detroit basketball. Okay, no tears for the Pistons. They are 2-26. They've lost 25 straight. They haven't won a game since opening weekend when they were 2-1, and they've been having the chance to sell the team. And I don't know if you saw it, but I was up late last night, and that from CBS Sports. Gores put out a statement with them CBS Sports 2 in the morning. Why so late? Why y'all doing this so late? If it was so important to y'all to talk about this, you do between 9 and 5 on Monday through Thursday. He says sell the team chance don't make any sense. He's working with the team to look at different lineups. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't even know if to me, the worst thing we can do is sell the team. Because
Okay,
what's the first thing?
what do you mean by sell the team?
They've been chatting at the games lately. Sell the team. Sell the team. Because
So
the
they
team
say Tom Gores need to sell the team?
yes.
Okay. So
I think that's a terrible thing.
that franchise that you have on right now with that hat and the matching shirt, didn't they check that too?
The Lions, I don't think they've ever done that.
Yes, they have.
They have?
Remember, they wore the bags over their head and was like,
You're right. You're right.
Okay.
You're right.
So how did that work out?
It didn't. And I was kind of on board with the Fords, but I said no for this very same reason for the Pistons. The minute they sell the team, they have the right to move that team.
Right.
Do you want them to be bad and be in Detroit, or be moved good and move somewhere else? Because that's what's going to happen.
And right now, he needs to sell the team because you're not interested. You're not 100% vested. You only hired Monty Williams because we was tired of Casey.
You get the same results that worse with Monty Williams. So I said this before. I didn't think it was Casey's fault because I saw him try and coach that team. So to me, I remember 2 years ago when I'm right here on the show saying they need to get rid of everybody on that team, but K and those two centers. Everybody else can step.
There you go. K.
But I haven't seen them since that first game this year, and I thought they were on the right track. What happened after that, I don't know. I made the jokes about Jaden Ivey and the situation with the coach. That was a joke. Don't get me wrong.
I don't know because I'm starting to believe you. I am really sorry. He's not for real. He's not playing him for real. I'm really believing you. But to say what I think he does. I think Tom Gores needs to say, you're not interested. You're not 100% vested. You don't even stay here. You could get a condo downtown and rent it out for the basketball season. You don't stay here. I think you just took this as, okay, I got a few million to blow. Why not? Look at Karen Davidson. The widow of Bill Davidson. She was like,
he has doubled his net
part
worth. He has doubled his net worth since buying the Pistons. Because he has the LCA. He has the Pistons. The Pistons are very they make a lot of money. They make a lot of money.
From the people that I have heard that went down to the LCA to watch the Pistons, they don't like it because they said it's based on a hockey arena. It's more like to cater to the Red Wings. You got to go up to come down and all. I've never been there, so I can only go by what people tell me. But for me to experience it myself, no, I haven't. But what I'm saying is, you fired Dwayne Casey to go get some sizzle with a name, and Monty Williams was. If you was gonna do that, you might as well got Jack Vaughn from Brooklyn. Or here's one better. You could have got Steve Nash. What I'm saying is, they can't do right now. Dwayne Casey looks like the perfect fit because Dwayne Casey, they wasn't never 2-26. Right. Okay. He's 2-26. You had better talent in Phoenix, right? Okay. So what I'm saying is, here you go. I'm just saying, you should have did, if that was your game plan, you could have called me. Hell, me and Kamau could have coached him. And look, box out. I would have went down there with the Coach Carter philosophy. You know what we're going to do? We're going to run. We're going to run. That's why you laugh, because you know I'm telling the truth, right?
I'll take you one better. I'd have locked them out the locker room. Y'all can't walk. Y'all can't come in this locker room. Y'all got to change your locker room.
Didn't Tom do that? Yeah, Tom did that 1 year at Michigan State. Remember?
Whatever it is, you got to change in your car. You can't change here. Only people who play real good basketball earn the right to be here. Y'all, I can't take your checks away, but you can't come in my locker room.
They don't have no leadership. They don't have no leadership. They don't have nobody saying, like, real talk. I know we're going to talk about it. This, for real. This guy right here will be the perfect fit for them right now. Draymond Green. And nope. I know you laugh.
I'm laughing
Let me tell
because
you
I take it in a heartbeat. I'm laughing because I'm like, yeah, I take that.
Let me tell you why. He'll be like, what the blank are y'all doing? We going out here every night. Man, I'm not about to keep going out here. You talking about somebody that was a champion, and you degrade him down to that level, Draymond, And you know I'm not a Draymond fan, but Draymond will get them and they get here.
Yeah, I agree. It would be instant. It would be instant. And I'm laughing because I'm like, I like that. I like that. Let's speaking of Draymond and Michigan State, let's move forward and talk directly about Izzo. Are we seeing the fall of MSU? And what is the transition plan for Izzo? I know that they played better basketball lately. They beat Baylor. They went down to the LCA and they jumped all over Baylor. And they won against the mid-level team the other night.
Brother Rice.
Say it again.
Brother Rice.
One more time.
Brother Rice. That's who they played.
Brother Rice.
That's who they played the other night.
But either way, it's a good confidence builder. They start the new year in the Big Ten season. What's going on at MSU? Are we worried again? Like we had this conversation last year, right around this time. Where are we with this?
It's like Rocky told Adonis Creed in Creed when he fought Drago, son. Your style just ain't gonna work against that type of guy. And then Adonis Creed was like, and your style did? And when Rocky said, I won, didn't I? The time is past time. These kids out this generation, not me and your generation, not Marcus Holmes, this generation, they don't take constructive criticism. They on the phone with their mama. Ma, he cussing me out. Now the parents getting involved. But you sending your baby, that this young man, this grown man came into your living room to recruit. But you don't want him to be hostile or volatile.
And you know how he is.
And you know how he is. That's what's wrong. That's how I can't remember the coach's name. And you know I'm good with names. The coach used to coach Carolina, Doherty. They got him fired. Remember all the kids got to call, the parents got to call it? Same thing with Brian. Same thing with Brian Kelly at Notre Dame. When Brian Kelly cussed my man out, the parents got to call it. You can't do that. You got to let him coach. But back to piggyback what you said, coaches, what did you say? Coaches get hired to get fired. But on the same token, if I ever got, and I never did, but Marcus will tell you, I tried out. I tried to walk on at the University of Kansas for D1. I didn't make it. But if Roy would have granted me a scholarship, I know what's coming with that. I know he's going to get in my face. I know, Felix, what are you doing? This is not Detroit. This is not hood basketball. Okay, I understood. You got to, in order to give pain, you got to take pain. They can't take pain. And they don't respond. They don't respond with that basketball team he has now. Talent. Yes, I see it every night. What the problem is, they don't respond to it. He's cussing them out, and you could tell when he cussing at them because they kind of like shy away from it. You know what I'm saying? And you know who really probably is the victim out of it all is his son. Because they probably be like, man, your daddy is a trip. Just think being a player, just picture being a coach's son on a team like that. And you got to come in the locker room and get dressed with these guys, take showers with these guys, eat with these guys, and everybody, you sitting at the table, you Steven Izzo sitting at the table, and Kamau and Felix like staring at you like, man, what's wrong? Man, your daddy, man, he be on some BS, man. What you gonna say?
You got Riley. You got Riley for the Boondocks. Man.
Right, what you gonna say? I agree with you. You know what I'm saying? He's my dad, so I already know how he is. You know what I'm saying? I feel it, but the good thing is every time he gets in the game, they want him to shoot, but he won't shoot. Yeah. So I'm like,
he know better. That's not his role. He know better.
But it's only like 18 seconds left. Shoot. Pull from half court. Who cares?
Yeah. See, I'm gonna throw this in there. We got to move forward real quickly. I don't think those guys like each other. I really don't think so. Because when you see them together, they don't seem like they're cohesively together. I don't think those guys really like each other.
You mean like Hogarth and Tyson Walker and all them?
I know they understand their role. They understand why they know they need to be there. But I don't think if push came to shove, if somebody swung on one of them players, I don't think nobody gonna have their back. I don't think they like each other. That's one. Two, you're right. It's a whole different ballgame. Now look at Pierre Brooks. Pierre Brooks, left and went to Butler. He down there averaging 18. Why? Because they play his style of basketball. We talked about it when he transferred. I was really happy to see Pierre Brooks come in. Friend of I'm cool with his pops. Been on the show. His style, I was really happy until I saw Pierre play. When I saw Pierre's style of play, I said he's not gonna fit in that state. Good ball player. He needed to learn the defensive aspect. That's what was best for him. But his style of play just doesn't match. You gotta find people that follow into what Izzo does. It's not a lot of kids that do that nowadays.
Okay. Because he did the same thing to Keith Appler. When Keith was at Persian, Keith was averaging 35 in the PSL. PSL ain't no crap league.
No joke. Right.
Not by far.
Especially back then.
Michigan State. He got to Michigan State and it was like, that ain't the same kid that went to Persian. Same thing he did with Cash. He did the same thing when Cash was at UD. Cash was dropping dimes. Cash was whatever. When Cash went to Michigan State, it was like
in the beginning. But at the end, Cass said, F this. I'm going to do it my way. And Izzo had another way. Once the numbers start showing up and the wins start showing up, he had no other choice but to say, good job. And I don't think, but you got to earn that trust. And I don't think any of those guys on that team have that kind of mental fortitude to go and make that kind of decision, like my team did, like Cass did.
Stop.
Those guys were
the show
leaders.
was going good. Stop, man. My team. Do you really know who the workhorse on that team was? That 2000 national championship team was? It wasn't Mateen Cleaves. It was Mo Pete. Mo Pete was the workhorse. Mateen, no, man. Why do y'all keep doing this? Why? No.
The floor general.
No, he was not. Charlie Bell was the floor general. Stop. No.
Charlie Bell was a sixth man, wasn't he?
Charlie Bell was the two guard. They starting five was Mateen, Charlie Bell, Mo Pete, AJ Granger, and Kevin Klein. No, Andre Hudson. That was they stopped. That Jason Richardson came off the bench.
Yeah, Jay Rich. My bad.
He was not he was not the floor general. Charlie Bell was the floor general. Come on, man. Look, who stayed in the league longer? Charlie Bell, Mateen. Dun. There you go.
Yeah, but we need to jump off of this because we got to get to women's sports because this time is running from us fast today. We're doing a good job. Thank you, Bobby Gooley Watson. We have a good show. Thank you for joining us today on the Facebook side. Let's see. I don't know if they've been tagged or they're here with us, but we're gonna say hello anyway. Ramona Cox, Katrina Brown, Darren Smith, Jerome Rutledge. And we want to thank everybody out there watching. Please speak up. If you watch the shows, at least say hey, say hello, and so we can acknowledge you. Even if you're not a sports person, just say hello. If you just scrolling through LinkedIn or scrolling through YouTube and see something you like, say hello. We want to make sure we acknowledge you. All right, let's jump right into women's sports. Right now, it's Caitlin Clark, the prohibitive MVP favorite, and can she lead her team to a national championship victory? She led her team to the game. Can she lead them to a victory this year?
Nope. Because it's a lady out there that occupies South Carolina, and then there's another lady that, and I'm not even a fan of this lady, but to beat her, you gotta beat her. To meet her, you gotta beat her, and that's Angel Reese. No. I'd be glad when she gone too. Nope.
Okay. Well, I can tell you, I'm gonna give you a name who I can't even pronounce. Alyssa Pili. I hope I'm not saying that name wrong. She the girl at Utah. She's been getting a lot of press lately. She's been putting up them numbers. So they put her in the ISO. Once she gets you in the low post, you get scored on. Utah, that team is getting better every week. So
University of Utah.
Say it again.
The University of Utah.
University of Utah. Oh yeah.
You like her better than the girl out at USC?
For South Carolina, you talking about the freshman that's balling?
No. The girl at USC, Southern Cal.
Yeah. I meant to put her name up there. I forgot her name. I like Pali. It's something about that girl. I like the underdog. She's the underdog right now.
What is she? What position she play?
She plays guard.
I think she plays guard. And you You like her over the girl from SC?
As of right now, yes. As of right now, yes.
When I see the girl from SC, I think of love and basketball.
You said that
She
before.
remind me of
She
Monica.
do. She do. I agree.
She remind me of Monica.
Well, one, because of the uniform. Two, because of the style of play. I agree. All right. I was going to jump into the top 20, but we got to move forward. We running low. All righty. Sha'Carri Richardson got a new Nike contract, 20 years over 5 years, 20 million over 5 years. Once again, I got to apologize. I was very vocal. I didn't think she was going to be where she is. I didn't think that she was going to pick it up from where she had the issues back in the Olympics before. The girl out there, she's doing her thing. And she may come across the show because she's a Dallas person. And hey, if you see me on the street, don't kick me. I'm sorry. You doing your thing. You doing your thing.
Okay. Yeah. All I'm gonna say is, Sha'Carri, just it took you to go back to appreciate how far you came forward. Yeah. Don't mess it up.
I'm not even gonna say that. I'm gonna keep there doing it.
Come on, dog.
I'm on Team Sha'Carri. Natural hair. Let the natural hair flow. Team Sha'Carri. All right. You know what time it is at this point as we get down to the end of the show? It is time for Stupid Sports News. We're going to take a quick pause for the calls. All right. We talked about this gentleman already a little bit earlier today. We're going to start with Draymond Green, out indefinitely. He threw the whirling dervish. He threw the roundhouse backswing UFC punch to the face.
Man, this is why.
Like you said, we bring him to the Pistons. They're going to straighten that out real quick. Now, did the Warriors make the right decision by keeping Draymond over Poole?
Yeah, because Draymond was a proven champion. Poole hadn't proved himself. Even though he did win a championship with him, you got 3 years running with that guy. You only had that 1 year with that guy. So you don't trade up. You don't trade a Benz in for neon.
You don't get a Benz with a Hyundai motor.
Nah.
I agree with you on that. I think Draymond. They told me he need counseling. I don't think he need no counseling. I think Draymond needs to just make a decision. I know this is not what we used to do. We can't do this anymore. It's out of bounds. He literally got to make the decision. I can't play like this no more. I think after he started getting a few of those texts, he thought someone might have been wrong. Somebody like, forget it. I'm gonna give the people what they want. They want to see me act up. I'm gonna act up. So
absolutely.
At this point, I don't think it's counseling. I'm not saying he may not have. Everybody got issues. Don't get me wrong. My point is, he literally got to make a decision. Hey, this is where it is. I know I can't do it no more, and it's gonna get to the point now. If he do it again, it ain't gonna be a suspension. It's gonna be this. You done. The next step might gonna be we're gonna look at invalidating this contract. So I hope he figured that out pretty quickly. Because as much as we like talk junk about Draymond, I'm a Draymond fan. From Flint to Kentucky to Michigan State to the Warriors. I'm a Draymond fan. He has worked hard. He's earned everything he's gotten. So I don't want to see him, go to the effort side of it and mess everything up. Because he's a Hall of Famer. Yes, he is. In my opinion, he's a Hall of Famer. And I want to see him get up there and make that speech to the Hall of Fame.
You talking about the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame?
I say NBA Hall of Fame. If you can put what's the boy from the Pistons in there, Mr. Go to Work,
Ben Wallace.
If Ben Wallace can go to the go with one championship, Draymond can go with 3.
No, 2 different type of players.
4.
2 different type of players. 2 different type of players. Ben dominated. Draymond didn't dominate.
I would nominate him.
Okay. You and the guy that work at Foot Locker.
All right. Moving forward, we got Pat Mahomes rant during the game and after the game. after they lost the football game and his teammate was offsides. To me, that really, really showed me his character. I was really disappointed in how he acted. He reminded me of what I've seen so much about those little kids who don't know how to accept losing and who's been coddled his whole life. Come on, man, that's not fair. That really, really bothered me. I thought he was above that. And it kind of reminded me of what happened with Dak a few years ago when they lost in that playoff game. Dak wasn't that bad. That cost Dak the NFL the player of the year, that trophy that he got the next year. He was supposed to win it that year. That set him back. You see how Dak is totally opposite of that now because he had to learn from that. I was really, really upset that he went to the extremes that he did, complaining to the Buffalo quarterback how they're supposed to let him play. The rule is the rule. If anything, you're just as responsible as that receiver for making sure he's lined up on side. You can look and see just as bad, and you can easily motion him back a little bit. So that really bothered me. What's your thoughts?
Mahomes. He got part of my name, Holmes, but I don't know. I mean, he said you're supposed to make that call.
I said you make the call.
He said that's what he said. You're supposed to make that call late in the game like that. But okay, so let's just say, for sake of argument, they didn't make that call. Was the lateral? Was that really official?
Yeah,
that Kelsey threw back. So that really would have. If they wouldn't have had that call, they would have scored then, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you're 8-4. At the end of the day, you're the leader of the team. You wear the C on your jersey, so you're the captain. At the end of the day, you have nobody to blame but yourself and the Kansas City Chiefs management because you let the cheetah walk out the door for a bunch of Michael Jacksons and Tito Jacksons. You got four receivers. You let Smith Schuster leave. You let the cheetah leave. You let all these other people leave for a bunch of Tito Jack, for a bunch of backup singers. And now you mad because can't nobody catch the ball. And your only reliable is Kelsey. That's when he got to make sure old girl ain't up in the stands. He only play when she up there. Come on, man. What are we doing? What are we doing? You're 8-4. You're 8-4 for a reason. You have no running back. You have, man, stop.
He said the Swifties got to be in the building for him to play good.
If she ain't in the building, if she not in the building, it's like, why am I even playing? Like, at the end of the day, I'll be glad when the season is over. So I got to see her every week, every Sunday. They make sure they find her, man.
They find
her. That's pathetic. They make sure they find that chick. She got her little entourage with her. I'm like, you're only relevant because you're dating him. Even though, yes, you are a singer and you're only relevant because you're dating him.
She's only football relevant.
You know
she's only football relevant.
When I look at them two, you know what that remind me of? That remind me of Puffy and J-Lo. Do you know who J-Lo was before that? You were a backup singer on Living Color. Go sit down somewhere.
Felix, I'm gonna stop you right there. We do not need to be shut down by the Swifties. Swifties like getting people fired from their job. We gonna stop.
I don't know who Felix is. Who is Felix? I don't know who Felix is. My name is Favre. That's my name. I don't know no Felix. Who is Felix, man? That was sports talk with Kamau and Favre. I don't know no Felix. Felix, who is that? I don't know no Felix, man.
Speaking of Tyreek Hill has been reported that he's about to have his own team. Now he's not buying a team. He's not joining a new team. He's birthing a team. This man has about 4 kids coming to the earth within the next 6 months, approximately, in terms of women that he's had relations with, other than his girlfriend / fiance. And this man, he's the modern day Sean Kemp. He hasn't gone that far, but he got him back to back.
Wow.
Yeah.
I guess he lives up to his name, Cheetah.
She, yeah, yeah,
Wow.
yeah. That's exactly right.
Wait,
All right.
time out. Wait. It's just not registered. He got 4 kids coming.
3 or 4. Yep.
How many
On the
do he
way.
have with his fiance? None.
I don't know. That's a good question. I know he had some in a previous relationship, and now I think she's pregnant. I think. Don't quote me. I think she's pregnant, but I know it's a bunch of other women. Bring them to the earth.
And she's still with him.
Still with him.
Yeah, he's the man. That guy rocks.
You know he ain't. You know who he is?
What?
He about to be broke. She with him for a reason. She know what time it is. She control the contract. She the one. You ain't hear about how she made the phone call to the sideline. Get back in the game, my brother. You got to play. You got to get this record. You got to make this money.
He need to get on the phone with Mr. Ocho Cinco. Chad had the way Chad did his. I commend Chad. Chad sat all them down. They came up with a distinctive price, and Chad paid. Hey, you call him dumb, whatever you want to. Chad was smart with his.
Hey, I'm not
He
mad
eat
at
McDonald's every day. He eat McDonald's every day. He didn't have no people home. Like, do you know where Chad stayed during the off season?
in the building. He always stayed
The building.
in the
Chad
he stayed in the stadium.
Chad
He stayed in the
smart.
stadium until Coach told him, son, it's time for you to go. We love you. We love your dedication. It's time for you to go. And
Chad
he moved down the street.
Chad is smart. Chad,
He is. His jewelry's off from the dollar store. He don't buy the
he
real
say,
stuff.
yep. Chad said he going
You
there
see stuff
about
that he got on his wrist.
$200.
He get that from the flea market. He talk about that. Oh yeah. Yep. All right. Michigan has officially been notified by the NCAA regarding the first official, the visitors, the kid when they was recruiting the kid during COVID, and they've already quote unquote self-imposed for the 3 games. But the biggest part of it is Harbaugh is looking at a level one violation for lying and not working with the investigators.
Man, look, I told you in the beginning, the opening set, he not coming back, man. That's why he ain't signed the deal. The deal been on the table for 2 weeks now. He ain't signed the deal because he's not coming back. Think about it. He would have signed it. He would have already signed it. He not coming back. And then with them losing to Alabama, that's going to hurt. He really ain't coming back. I told you where he going to be at, man. He going to be in Chicago. He will be the head coach. It's going to be like him and Kaepernick, but it's going to be him and Justin Fields. It won't be him and Caleb Williams because they're going to trade the pick. They're going to keep him. It's going to be Justin Fields, their starting quarterback, Jim Harbaugh, the coach. The backup is going to be JJ McCarthy.
JJ McSizzle gonna come. They gonna grab him.
Nah, wait. Let me go back because he might not be.
I think JJ gonna be in Vegas.
Yeah, what he gonna be in Vegas for?
He gonna be the quarterback in Vegas.
What, with the Raiders?
Yes.
Nah, I'm telling you, he going with Uncle Jimmy. If Jim go to Jim, look, the only thing is, coach, like you said, you always say, coaches get hired to get fired.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to see the guy from San Diego get fired. I believe Stephen A. Smith them got him fired, and that's wrong. But okay, there it is.
Yeah, it happens. It happens.
He said this.
Your boy didn't woke up. We didn't woke your boy up. Hold on.
Yeah, I seen it.
Even Harris.
If
the A is correct, Harbaugh will go to the Chargers.
Here you go. You know what? This man he be MIA until you say something about the beloved Wolverines. And here he come. That's why I say, man, you know what? Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Feliz Navidad, Happy Birthday, Happy Valentine's Day. I can't go there with you today, Steve. You win. I can't go there with you today.
Really quickly, from a YouTube automobile server, he says he gives a thumb up. So we saying hello to him. Then Steven come back with his Go Blue. Let's jump really quickly. Zion still in that back and forth with Shaq and Barkley. They telling him, talking about him needing to get better, and they say he basically says y'all hating on me. And Shaq and Barkley said, we don't talk about people that we don't like and we don't expect to be better. So I agree with them, and I'm hoping that Zion can fix it because his contract will be invalidated if he don't play a certain number of games. He don't get get down to a certain weight level. Yeah, so he's going to have to take care of that. He's going to have to take care of that. I would hate to have that.
But how do you tell? Okay, in the defense of him, I'm a little guy. I'm 5'8". I weigh like maybe I weigh like 202 or whatever. I try to get my cardio in and all that. Okay. What I'm saying to me and you, co-hosts, all that, friends, all that, we don't have the asset. We don't have the resources he got. How do you tell this man not to eat that stuff when it's right there? We don't get to eat what he get to eat. So how do you help him curb that when it's okay? He's on the road.
Legislated.
He's on the road 41 nights. He's at home the other 41 nights. We ain't even talking about the off season. What is he supposed to eat? He's in a hotel room. What are we supposed to eat?
Everybody
beef
else
jerky
doing
and
it.
Doritos.
Everybody else doing it. You hire yourself a nutritionist, and that nutritionist is his job to find restaurants in that area that fall into what he's able to eat, and he can automatically order what he needs and have it there for him. When he pull up to the hotel with the team bus, they right there. Your order's here, sir, from your nutritionist. This is what you're supposed to have. When you at home, you got a chef at the house.
And a
somebody around who say, put that down. You don't need that soda. You don't need that high fructose sugar syrup drink. Put that down. You also need self-control. Hey, if they pay me that kind of money, you ain't got to legislate that my contract. Oh, we good. We good. I'm gonna be in the weight room every day. Okay. I'm gonna be on the court 4 a.m. like Mamba and Jordan, and we gonna work it out. And you know what I'm gonna be? I'm gonna be an all-star, and I'm gonna represent. I'm gonna get the biggest contract I can while I can.
Come on, stop, man. Stop saying that to yourself. You know that. No, stop. You're a millionaire. You know what I'm saying? Most of the food you're going to receive in these establishments are going to be free just because you're there. You're not doing that. Stop.
I agree because your meal is being paid by your presence. I get that.
Absolutely.
But you have to be able to say, no, this is what I have to have. You can go to those places, but you can still order what you need in terms of the caloric intake and figure it out. It's been done.
I'm gonna try a drink. Let me see.
All right. Now, I know we over time, but this is worth it today. We still got 2 more good topics. Cam Newton said that Jared Goff, Dak, and Tua were game managers. Everybody lost their mind. Randy Moss said he was the best wide receiver of all time. His top was him, Terrell Owens, Jerry Rice, and Calvin Johnson.
In that order?
People lost their mind.
In that order?
In that order. That was his order. People lost their mind. We even had, I posted the Randy Moss yesterday after you put me up on that because I hadn't seen that one. Okay. I'd already put the one about Cam Newton up there and how people were mad about what he had to say. I agree with Cam Newton 100%. Jared Goff is a game manager. Dak Prescott is a game manager. Tua, I can't say his last name, is a game manager. Anytime they get out of a certain range of trying to do too much, what the kids say, they doing too much, that's when things go bad for them. It's the truth. As an offensive lineman,
could that be a little bit of him being mad because he's still not playing?
I'm not. It could be. I'm not saying it couldn't be. Okay. I'm gonna take that into consideration. Okay. But as an offensive lineman, there's players. As a player, you know there's certain quarterbacks you're gonna have to work a little harder because he's trying to move around a whole lot more. Or there's quarterbacks. You know he a pocket quarterback. You got to make sure you get to your square and keep that guy up off of him. For those 3 he just named, I got to keep the guy up off of him. We got to keep the pocket clean. Out of all of those, Dak can get out and run a little bit. Tua ain't got no business running up out that pocket because he need to keep his head on his shoulders.
Correct.
So, but my biggest problem is people get mad about these opinions. You can't get mad and say he ain't got no right to say it. If that's the case, we ain't got no right to do this show.
Absolutely. I think
Let
maybe
guys out of your pick.
or it's because he's not in the league, and that's why they valued his opinion. Because true enough, they made a good point. You could have once Aaron went down, you could have picked up Cam Newton. He could have did better than Zach Wilson, right?
I think now I'm not saying that he couldn't, but I think that in terms of for long term, you already got Zach Wilson right there. Zach Wilson just need to grow up a little bit. He's grown up a lot, in my opinion, since that last yes, baby. There's that press conference. He's grown up 100% since then. So you got to go with him. You got to give him that shot. He was already being mentored by Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers was already putting his arm around him, something that he hadn't done before, and lead them. Because he know at some point, and he's at that point in his career now where he can't do like he was done before. You got to get the next guy ready, especially if you got a solid backup, because it's very rare that the starting quarterback play every game.
Right.
He gonna sit out for something.
Okay.
So you got to get the next guy ready. So you got a quarterback that's already there. You playing big money to because of that. So it's already there. So it just bothered me that they discount those guys' opinion. I think that that Randy Moss's opinion is a little off, but ain't no way you should ever tell anybody that somebody's better than you. Of course, he gonna say he's the number one receiver of all time. And then they even showed. I'm gonna post this one. Ocho and Unc was talking about it. And Ocho agreed with Randy Moss. And Unc told me he was crazy in terms of saying who's the better player. So these are guys who play in the league. So I'm going to listen to them, of course, a little bit more. My own opinion is all y'all hold the candle to Jerry Rice. Records, touchdowns, yards, receiving, catches, championships. Talk to me. All y'all trying to get where he at. Are those guys more physical, better specimens than Jerry Rice? Yes. The three of them, in terms of what they can do on the field, not even close. But when you need a first down, and you know you're gonna get that first down, it's 3rd and 13, he gonna get to 15. You know that Jerry Rice gonna get it.
Yeah, Jerry was the catalyst, but I mean, yeah. And then, like you said, yards and championships, but yeah, Randy was a beast, though.
He was a beast. I'm not taking nothing
from
him.
You got mossed.
Yes. You did. Yes, you don't say you did Rice. You got mossed. I agree with you 100%. In terms of being a physical specimen, are they better than all three of them? Better than Jerry,
correct.
Easily.
Correct.
But when the proof is in the pudding, and you need that catch, and you try to win it, and the game is on the line, I'm gonna take Jerry Rice. And honestly, next after that, I'm gonna take Calvin Johnson.
No.
Game on the line.
No.
Before
I'll take Randy because you got mossed. Okay, the only difference is I never got to see Dion go up against Randy. I seen Dion lock up Jerry. He locked up Jerry so bad they wouldn't got Dion.
Right. It was for long, they was 50-50 for a minute. Dion probably got the best of it, 60-40, but it was close. And to this day, they give each other so much respect because of that. It started in practice. They would tell you, we made each other better in practice. And when he went to Dallas, it made me better even then. They think that they are honest about that because you can't do nothing but be honest when you play at that kind of level.
Right, absolutely.
So, and here's the craziest one for Stupid Sports News. Simone Biles' husband on the pivot, Jonathan Owens, said, I didn't know who Simone Biles was before I met her. We were on a dating site. I swiped, and she swiped, and she pulled me. And people had a fit about this. How you gonna talk about your wife like that? And she's sitting there smiling. You know why? Because I believe it. I follow her on Snapchat. And she went from posting about her gymnastics life to nothing but him
Hmm.
overnight. And I'm like, who is this guy? He not even signed. He on a practice squad. She love this dude. Now she know he in Houston. Now she know she with him in Green Bay signing the contract. Now she up in Green Bay with him. She love that dude. And she like a little kid. You ever see the little kids when they like each other? That's what she looked like smiling on the video. Go look at that video. She got a little girl smile. She ain't disagree with nothing he said. I'm hoping that people don't make this into a Kiki Palmer part 2. Girl, he talked about you. Girl, you gotta take that from him.
Oh, okay.
I don't hope they cut that out.
Man.
Because she loved that guy. It's one of those pure loves. And he loved her.
Okay.
And I believe when he said that he really didn't know who she was. And they would, of course, everybody would pull the receipts. What does this receipts say? That he had liked some a girl, other gymnasts before him, before Simone. So how can he not hold know who she was, who Simone was, if he knew who the other Dominique Dawes, or he knew who Dominique Dawes was? I believe it. Just because of the fact that I follow Simone Biles. I'm sorry, I didn't really talk about a lot about this one. What are your thoughts on this, sir?
I mean, I'm agreeing with you. If you didn't know, you ain't know, right? I don't get look. If they happy, I'm happy. That's all I can say.
Yeah, I agree. I'm even more happy for him that his career is taking off.
Right.
And I think that has a lot to do with Simone Biles, just like Kelsey and the Swifties. Even though Kelsey didn't need the Swifties, it didn't hurt.
No, it didn't. But
I
it didn't help it either.
That's true. That's true. I think that Jonathan Owens definitely needed Simone Biles more than Simone Biles needed Jonathan Owens.
Absolutely.
So he's in Green Bay now. He's a starter. Of course, they're going to say his name a whole lot more, definitely after this pivot interview that they had. But I really do like them as a couple because she is really in love. It's written all over her face. It's right there. It's right there. All right. Before we get out, let me make sure I say hello to Shell. How you doing? Hub for Life. Stephen Harris posted a couple of videos wants to take a look at. He said Alliance will clinch tomorrow. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and get to it. Our next show will be January 13th, which is a Saturday. And we also got the Red Wings, 14-7. I'm sorry, I didn't update that. Baseball, Otani got $700 million. Yamamoto got $325 million. The Dodgers are trying to corner the market.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
Trying to corner the market. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, let's see here. We got a one prediction for tomorrow. Lions and Vikings. Who you got?
The Vikings. 24-21.
24-21. All right. I actually, even though I'm wearing the Lions, I'm saying Vikings. 21-17.
See, you're coming over. That's right.
Why? It's because the back's against the wall, so they ain't got nothing to lose. So when that's a dangerous thing. That's a dangerous team to play against. A team that ain't got nothing to lose. Yep. That's why. Are the Lions clearly the better team? Yes, they are. Should they win tomorrow? Yes, they should. It's the game of the week, the 12 o'clock game, or the 1 o'clock game of the week. The Lions should win that game.
Too bad they won't.
In the dome, they're gonna have a lot of Lions fans there.
Too bad they won't.
But I like the Vikes on this one. All right. Of course, on the 30th, I'll be at AT&T Stadium. I'm gonna pop up on with a quick little live on the eve. The Lions play the Cowboys down here, and it's time for the big announcement. Marcus, don't freak out. Don't freak out. Felix and I, we discussed it. Starting next year, we going once a week. Yes, we're going to do the work, Marcus. Yes, we're going to do the work. Therefore, our next show will not be January 13th. It's going to be January 6th. Same bat time, same bat channel.
Absolutely.
I know Marcus is freaking out over there. It's okay, Marcus. We got it under control. We got it. So let's see here. Jeffrey Buxton, how you doing? Karshawn Jones, Antoine Peak. And Marcus said, say what? Yes, sir. We talked about it. We're going to make it happen. This 2024 Sports Talk with Kamau and Felix. It's definitely gonna be on another level. We're gonna start tagging Shannon Sharp and all our shows. You got to check us out, man. You got to check us out. You're gonna love us. You're gonna put us on your platform. You don't even know it yet, but we're gonna be on your platform and we're gonna rock it out because you got a great product over here. You just don't know it yet. All right. Thank you, Stephen Harris, 3517. Any last words before we get out of here, sir?
Merry Christmas and don't leave Santa no cookies.
True story. When I was a kid, we was living in the hood. We could see next door to my boy. I'm not gonna say his name. They put milk and cookies out for the Santa Claus. Santa Claus didn't get them cookies, but the Christmas rat did.
Man, you know what? Bye, man. Bye, man.
Me and my brother was like, look. You rat's getting the cookies. That rat was telling them cookies.
Yeah, man. Okay, man. See you later, man.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy holidays. See you on the 30th.
All right.